femininity energy over, like, give me an advantage because I'm quite calm. A lot of people say that.
Yeah.
And
What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Stoic Context. Today we are going to react to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm going to save my commentary for the end of the video, so stay tuned for that.
Go ahead, Nicole. Hello.
good morning. It's like 3, nearly 4 a.m. in London. Thank you so much for allowing me on your show.
How are you?
I'm really good. How are you?
I am well. How old are you?
I'm 29. I've just turned 29 in October.
All right. And what do you got? What are we talking about?
So your show is about, this is a high valued man's world.
This is it was missing. This is a high value man's world. Is this a high value man's world? Yep. The ultimate question. What do you think? Is it a high value man's world? Is it not? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm quite new to your content, but I believe so. And I'm actually seeking a high valued man at the moment. Being 29, I haven't got children either.
Mm-hmm.
I did travel the world for like 4.5 years. So I kind of was so focused on work as an air stewardess. I didn't make much time to use that age period to really date and meet anyone.
Okay.
So now I'm taking it seriously.
You're seeking a high value man?
Yeah, a high valued man. Yeah.
Why? Why do you want a high value man?
Because they're worth so much more physically, mentally,
Okay.
financially.
Okay. I mean, that's
and I
fair.
want to.
Do you want kids?
Yeah, I do.
How many kids would you like to have?
2 to begin with.
To begin with? Yeah. All right. Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're married and pregnant with your first child?
No, I imagine myself taking care of the home and like being that support for my husband.
So did you go, you
Yeah.
said you went to college?
Yes, I did. But I
Yeah.
dropped out.
Do you have a bachelor's?
No, I have a diploma, which is like equivalent to the first year in college. And I have a certificate in education, which is like equivalent to like part university, like the first year, but
Okay.
no, nothing standard. No.
So how tall are you?
I'm 5'7".
Dress size?
Okay, maybe not.
I said dress size?
I'm a UK 10 or 12. I don't know what that is in US.
Okay. How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
I'm 147 pounds.
Okay. All right. Here's the tricky one. On a scale from 1 to 10, where would you rank just your face, fresh face out of the shower, no makeup, no hair extensions, no anything, and you cannot use 7?
5.
Okay. So, and you're 29?
Yeah.
So, this becomes a math equation at this point. A high value man, what percentage of men make 6 figures or more over there?
I don't know, actually. Haven't checked that.
Well, what do you think?
Maybe like 10% of the population here in London.
Okay, 10%. 10%. Okay, so the top 10% of men. Okay, so if you want a man in the top 10% of earners, that means he's an above average man, right? So if you say that you're a 5, that's right about average, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and if you're 147 pounds, UK 10 or whatever. I mean, in the ballpark of average.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How does that equate to high value man?
Um, can my femininity energy over like give me an advantage because I'm quite calm? A lot of people say that,
Yeah.
and I'm a listener, and I do believe in God.
Okay,
So
but do you
maybe,
think that there are women who are 8s, 9s, and 10s who are had the same thing as well?
yeah, possibly. I'm sure they do, and they're really stunning, beautiful, and got great figures.
All right.
Really
So,
attractive.
okay, if you say top 10% of men, so if I threw you in a room with the top 10% of men, and I put 10 men in the room, and I put 100 women, and I put 100 women in the room, it's roughly the same odds. Only one man per woman. What's going to be the differentiation between the women?
Ooh. Like ratio wise.
Yeah, because you're limiting your selection of men to the top 10% of men, and at almost
Yeah.
30 years old, um, some of the things that many women would say that they have done in that time frame to separate themselves from the pack would be academic and career, but you haven't done that.
Well, I traveled the world for 4.5 years, so that's a huge accomplishment in terms of me doing that. A lot of people haven't done that.
Okay, um, that's true. How did you travel the world, by the way?
I worked at Emirates Airline
Okay.
from 2015 to 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was based in Dubai.
Okay,
So that,
so plenty of higher earning men probably flew on those flights.
yeah, I didn't make any effort whatsoever.
Did they make
Mentally,
any, did they make any passes?
yeah, some did.
Some.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you've been around men who are, see what I'm saying is, it's very common for women to want men for their resources. But if you have to make yourself a man in the top 10% of men, wouldn't you think you would want to get the best you could get for your value?
Yeah, so what would that be in terms of me and my specification?
Well, you by
What
by um, by your own ratings, you rank yourself as around about an average looking woman, average weight.
without makeup?
It's okay. Okay, but you don't go from makeup doesn't give you 4 points.
Oh, okay.
So if this were 80 years ago, women in your position were they trying to get in the top 10% of men?
No.
Why? Do you not think they wanted more money and to live better?
Yeah, I'm sure they did
So why do you think women didn't try back then? Well,
because they just accepted who they were and attracted that instead, I guess.
that's one answer. But these men are limited. Once they're gone, they're gone. If you can't get one, then what?
Then I accept what other men are available or single, you could say, and want the same things as me.
Do you want to be? Would you be that man?
That man who's high valued, accepting someone like
No, no,
me,
no.
or
No. Would you want to be the man who's not a high value man, who's just a regular average man that you have to accept now because you can't get a high value man? Would you want a woman coming to you that way?
as long I wouldn't fine as long as they're not like talking about it. As long as they're coming with fresh energy.
Okay.
Then
So but as long as they're not talking about it, would you want to be somebody's second choice?
no, I wouldn't want that. No.
Why not? Why not?
Because it doesn't make you feel worthy.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now we're getting there. See, back in the day, women who were average were happy to get men who were average and went off and built a life because everybody, it's called assortative mating. But today, women who are, so the only way to get that is to get it through a man's money. But don't you think if you had to go out and make that money, you would want the best you could get?
Yeah, definitely. I've earned it. So.
Well, so in other words, this is a hard question. They've earned it. Well, is an average woman a worthy reward for a high value man?
Oh, can you repeat that? Sorry.
Is an average woman a worthy reward? Average woman, worthy reward. Average woman, worthy prize for a high value man to earn?
No. Unless all other women are like gone, then we'll be like this.
I'm just trying to get you ladies to understand that you don't want to be somebody's second choice. So these average men that you just overlook every day because they can't afford to give you a lifestyle that you can't afford. You didn't put yourself in a position to afford. You don't have the skills to afford. And if you decide to finally give up looking for Mr. High Value, whether you talk about it or not, men don't want to be the second to be a woman over 30 years old and not having been approached by suitable men. Most men know that you've been approached by suitable men since you were a teen. You've just passed them up waiting for a better deal. So now when women become over 30, they start to settle. And men are like, back then you didn't want me. Now you're out of options. You all owe me. That's how men are looking at it. Like you said,
I understand. Yeah.
I'm just saying, why not live an average normal life where you have to work while you're married and you have to put your kids in daycare and you have to save and live at your budget and do that for 30 years, then retire modestly and live a modest life.
Yeah. No, I can happily do that easily. I could easily do that. I kind of see that in my sister's relationship. She's married and her husband earns well and they have 3 children and they're so happy.
But that's not what you came in saying.
No, because I was asking if I have the potential to meet a high valued man based on like me.
Okay.
I get you've made it.
But my thing is there are magnitudes more average men and above average men. And at 29, time is running out.
Yeah. Big time.
And if you're not, and the reality is, you know the kind of men who actively approach you for serious relationship. And if they're not top 10% men, they're not going to start becoming top 10% men just because you're older and want them. That's for all women. Ladies, listen and listen well. You know the kind and caliber of men that approach you for serious relationship. If they didn't approach you at 25 or 23, they're not going to approach you at 30, 35 or 40. Not going to happen. What product gains value with age and use?
None that I can think of.
There you go. So when was your last relationship?
In 2018
How
to
long did
2000,
How long did that last?
it lasted about 8 months. It was long distance though. They were based in Boston.
Okay. When was your last relationship to where you guys are geographically in the same area?
A long time ago, probably over 6 years ago.
How long did that last?
Yeah, that lasted 1 year.
Oh, so you don't have a relationship. Okay. So I don't count long distance relationships for most folks. Um, would you say you do relationships well?
I haven't in the past, to be honest.
What have you done?
But
What have you done to fix it?
so I did some therapy.
Okay.
I did that, CBT to be specific,
Yeah.
for 3 months, and that really helped in my social awareness and
Mhm.
how I manage situations
Cognitive
socially.
behavioral therapy.
Yeah, that's the one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
I did that.
where do you get out and put yourself in a position to meet men?
So at the moment, just to let you know, I'm a part-time beauty therapist. I know you've spoken about them before on your channel, but I only do that part-time, so I don't
Where
do
do
it
you put
full-time. So
yourself out to meet men?
where do I put myself out? At the moment, I'm on Hinge. That's a dating app. Have you heard of it?
I've heard of it, but that's an add-on. So what I'm not hearing is a vibrant social life. I'm not hearing that you really put yourself out there.
Yeah, well, I went to an exhibition, so I do go to like networking events. I did a business show last week, Wednesday, and
Well,
that was
let me go ahead and cut to the chase. It ain't enough. Ain't enough. Whatever it is, ain't enough. You ladies are going. Let me say this so all women can understand. Easy dating is over.
Yeah.
You ladies are going to have to leave your house, leave your comfort zone, go out in a dress, heels, looking nice, smelling good, and get out in a position and actually start flirting with men.
I've heard that before. So
Okay.
yeah.
I'm just saying, and you're going to have to do this consistently, not once, not every month or so, because right now the clock is ticking. You don't have time. So whatever, and I'm saying this to you and through you, I hear so many women who seem like they would be nice women, possibly in relationships, but you guys want to skip all the way to relationship, and you got to get from the initial meeting somebody to small talk to date to decide whether or not you even want to date seriously, to decide whether or not you want to be in a relationship. There's a shit ton of stuff that has to happen. And women is like, I just want to skip to the end because I don't want to do the work because I don't want to get my feelings hurt. I don't care. You got to get out there. This is why women have to become assertive and aggressive and competitive when it comes to getting a mate. And if you don't,
Can I ask you a quick question, actually?
come on, I gotta hurry. I gotta get to the next person. Go ahead.
Okay, then just quick one. Say if I've met someone and they're like a really hard worker, and they've got a really busy schedule, and we can see each other, but it's not frequently, it's not every day, and we do more messaging than meeting in person. As a woman, is it okay for me to like always be available in that circumstance? Like, or does it come across?
Man, I'm telling you, you ladies have been given a lot of bad information. You better make yourself available. You better become a pick me.
Okay.
That's right. Because a lot of women say, no, you got to play games. If you're playing games, somebody's a winner and somebody's a loser. And when you don't know anybody, especially when you're getting to know them, you don't have enough investments in it. Things don't have any kind of context. And this is the sad part. I see a lot of women blowing relationships at the beginning because they don't want to seem overly this or overly that. And the man's supposed to do it. The man's supposed to... Look, you hear when we talk about secure the bag, you better secure a man. You know how to go up the job if you want it. You know how to get around around the world if you want to. They use that same kind of get up and go to be found by a man. Because men today are listening, are waiting for approaching a woman today. I was telling somebody this a week or so ago. You ladies want to wait for men to make the first move and all this other kind of stuff. The world in 2021 requires female consent. It requires female input. And it's not something that men want. And men are not moving based upon a lot of women's 1920s mindset of the way shit is when it's 2021. You guys need to catch up with the way you and your foremothers and your four big mamas, whatever, made the world, and then act accordingly. If you were, you'd be in the gym 5 days a week. You'd be eating a plant-based diet. You'd be drinking a lot of water. You would be, like you said, getting the therapy that you need. You get an image makeover. You would get out there and have an active social life. You'd be getting to you. Look, you have to get out there, especially at
Yeah.
29. You can't move like you did at 21. You got to act like there's something on the line because in a few short years, the game is over. The wall is undefeated. It's real.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Spotlight News today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And before we proceed on our commentary, let's give respect to the fallen legend Papa Kevin Samuels for his good work he did for the for the black men and black women society. He's a phenomenal. He did a good thing. Moreover, to vibe with these ladies and plus the men by adding some sensible meanings to them. First of all, if you're looking for marriage, love, we talk about feminism, we talk about divorce, we talk about single parenthood, we talk about a lot of things in these videos. Don't forget to look for them and like them, share them, and follow whatever it is. They will help you develop into a big lady, a big man, or a big person. And I think there's some point to get into, and you really have to pick a leaf in them. So today on our commentary, we are going to comment about this lady. First of all, I would rate her accent 10 over 10. I think I'm in love with her accent. She speaks very well. Yeah, why not? Let's at times give flowers to those who deserve them. The accent is 10 over 10. I would say wow to me. First of all, this lady came in and she's like, she needs a high value man, like in quotes, a rich man. I don't know why a lot of ladies consider a rich man than making a rich man. There are two different things: to choose a rich man and to make a rich man. The man you choose when he's already rich, there are some people buying him who made him rich like that. You either become a second wife or a third wife or a number you want. But a person you pick and you become rich together, he's your man. Rigenda kweyo appreciate. I think um she is one of a kind. Most ladies want to rich men, and she says she wants a high value man. One thing I'm going to say is one: if you want a high value man, you can order a high value man from Amazon. They deliver him from where he is. They deliver him to you. I think that is going to be the better answer or reply. First of all, I don't know why in this generation people are chasing. Okay, I have a belief that someone who's more than rich, you think, there is someone who made that person rich. Most especially, take this: behind a successful man, there is a woman behind him. But if you get your man, you choose the person like, yeah, I'm in love with this man, I'm going to have this man for the rest of my life. Then you make money together, develop together. It will help you overcome all the struggles and you become a genuine lady, a colorful lady, a lady who will stand with your man, and you have a rich family and a happy family. Then this one you've got with everything, and they trust me, if you get someone with everything they have, they can never respect you. They can never give you that respect because you got them with what they have. You got them with wherever they had or whatever they had. So at the end of the day, you end up regretting, and there is no way you can take it back. Okay, you can pray for a rich man, but you cannot overput it. Okay, a medium man is better, because what I can say, even a poor guy, no, 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 it's enough for me. A poor guy, no, but a medium guy is better, and you can develop yourself together. A family that grows together or works together grows together in spirit and in God. So I think I just like her calmness. First of all, I like the way, you know, there, as I told you, we talk about communication skills. There are some people you see in this shows they come, but there is no way they will respect themselves. They will be yapping with the interviewer. They will be disrespectful, but I think she gave respect to the person she had just joined in the show. Yeah, I would rent her. I would say, yeah, she'll get what she wants, but some conditions are not necessary if you're choosing a partner. If you put a lot of conditions, you may end up staying alone. You may end up staying in a gap. You may end up staying without anyone because of the condition you always put in the wrong run. So I would I would say personally, it's yeah, that is today. So ladies, let's work out on ourselves, on what we want. Yeah. Bye bye. May God bless you. Stay tuned. It's Poland News. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Love you all. To those who comment, to those who like, to those who follow me, to those who subscribe. May God bless you for me. Love you all, my dear ones.